Hey, Uncle Bart here for College Cuisine. This week we're going to make shrimp scampi with linguine. Well, not linguine, bucatini. I have no linguine. Shocker of all shockers. My nephew Zach requested this. When Zach was about 6, 7, 8 years old, we went on our first uncle-nephew day, where I took the kid out, we had lunch, went to a movie, and then came home. I took him to a place called Steak and Ale or something like that down in Pike Creek Shopping Center. And I ordered the shrimp scampi, and I said, "Here, Zach, try this." He wolfed it down. Glump, right down the little gullet. So ever since then, he's loved this. And so when he would come home from college, "Uncle Bart, shrimp scampi," yes. He also likes something called a chimp kebab. I'll let that stew in your brain for a while because I'm going to put that up soon too. So let's go ahead and get ready for our shrimp scampi a la Uncle Bart. And I gotta be very honest with you. I already pre-did all the shrimp. No, that's the butter. I pre-did all the shrimp. They've been peeled and deveined and washed off completely. Otherwise, these are nice and fresh before they weren't so fresh because, the water is the water. Hold on a second here. I'm stirring the shrimp stock. I make stock with the shells. I save the pasta water and use that to make the stock. You let it cook up about a good 20 minutes. So by the time we're ready to shift camera angles, it'll be done. Anyway, so we already have the done shrimp. So we'll put that over here. Here is the bucatini. And now let's get it with the spices and sauchon. Now, I may have talked about this once before. This is a garlic slicer. Jon Favreau used this in one of his TV shows on Chef Show. And I thought he was going to amputate his fingers because he was using it, trying to do garlic on a regular mandolin. So if any of my fans out in LA know Jon Favreau, show him this and tell him I know where I can get it for him. Just give me a call. I'll list it. So you take this, put it into here, and back and forth. You get nice shaved garlic. Look at that. Jeez, this is like one of those old commercials they used to do for tomatoes. Oh my gosh. It wasn't the Vegematic, it was something else. And they just had the guy going zoom, zoom, zoom. And they were sliced tomatoes perfectly. Here we go. Look at that. All cleaned out. Put the blade on for safety, like that. This can go into the wash. And here is the sliced garlic. Put that into... got it. Yes, this is a lot of garlic. My nephew and I like lots of garlic. So, besides, he's married. What does he care? Now, we're fortunate enough to have some nice, fresh, flat leaf Italian parsley. Look at how nice that is. You just want to tear off a nice handful. And when you're doing something like this, don't bother with... Hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, that's enough. Don't bother with... I wish this was smell-o-vision. This parsley is amazing. Put that over the veggies. Don't drive yourself crazy picking the leaves off these individually. Just go like this, okay? And in fact, I'm putting these in my stock. When I don't use these for food, because I'll still grind them up. Like when I make breadcrumbs, I put in the whole thing, parsley stalk and all. Because it's still parsley. It's just, you can't see it anyway. So let this get all wrapped up like we possibly can. There we go. And trying not to amputate a finger or two. Voila. Do one of those chef things. not such a chef thing. Anyway, another little dish here we got. And now remember what I tell you. Never, ever put a knife in the sink. That goes on the stove. I'll take care of it later. So there's our parsley. And now our seasoning. Wipe this off. We are going to, of course, use salt. Voila. I don't have my measuring spoon. Sorry about that. Anyway, use 1/2 teaspoon of regular salt. That's about 1/2 teaspoon. All right. And because we live in Maryland, my nephew Zach, of course, made me try this. A little bit of Old Bay. There you go. Not much. Another 1/2 teaspoon. See? Voila. There you go. There's your seasoning. The pasta's done. The stock is almost finished. So I'm going to switch camera angles and we're going to fry it up and cook it up, make a nice little plate of shrimp scampi with linguine. Be right back. Gee, I wish I could run a commercial and make money. Hey, Uncle Bart back with part 2 of our college cuisine and shrimp scampi with linguine, well, bucatini. Here's our frying pan. We want to get this kind of rocket hot. Here's the olive oil that we're going to use. This is the pasta we're going to put in later. Now the first thing we're going to do is get this olive oil all nice and heated up. You want a goodly amount because you're going to do some finishing later with some more oil and butter. There we go. See how it's already starting to shimmer? And the first thing that's going to go in is our garlic. Oh, how I wish we had smell-o-vision. Let me tell you something. This smells wonderful. Now, yeah, I saw you didn't see it sizzle. I don't want it to sizzle because this is cut very thin. I want it to come up to temperature, and then I'll throw in the shrimp. Okay, there we go. You can see that? Yes, you can. There we go. Now, we put in our shrimp. Oh, yeah. Now this will take a few minutes to start to cook. Shrimp takes at least a good 5 to 10 minutes. I mean, if you're throwing into about a deep fried fat, you know, that's one thing, but this is another. And now we put in our salt and our Old Bay. So remember, we're from Maryland. Or rather, Bay seasoning, whatever we call it. Old Bay. As many of you know, I'm a transplanted Sicilian from New York. Brooklyn, New York. God's country. Alright, let this cook up. Alright, here we are. Gonna put a little bit more shrimp broth into the pot. There we go. And now goes our parsley. You don't want to overdo it. Let that cook up for a couple of seconds. Then we'll throw in our bucatini for the finished product. Adding some more shrimp stock. You get it all nice and fried up, and then you put in that stock. It deglazes the pan, makes a beautiful sauce. That's why I use shrimp stock. You can use wine. Again, I don't drink with wine. I don't drink wine, so I don't cook with it a lot. But I do admit to you, the few times I've used wine in this dish, it really came out good. And now we finish this. Wait, we gotta put the bucatini in first. Then we finish it with a knob of butter. Here's the bucatini I cooked ahead of time. Don't worry, my hands are clean. I washed them last month. There we go. That'll be fine. The rest I'll use for tomato sauce tonight. Let's get them separated out. And get them all mixed in. There we go. Drop more broth. And finish it with a nice knob of butter. There we go. That's a good tablespoon and a half. So there it is, bucatini with shrimp scampi for my nephew Zach. Next up, we're going to do macaroni and cheese for my niece Jenny. That's on another episode of College Cuisine. In the meantime, whoa, yeah. Eat more and enjoy. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
There's not enough light.